Traders, so this is the weekly outlook video. We're going to take a look at the dollar. We're going to take a look, see how it's broken down. I talked a little bit about this in a gold video I made yesterday, but it seems like, at least for now, we're starting to get a pullback and risk, and potentially, and this is what I'm really gunning for, is some big moves on the yen. So I love to short the yen. I think everybody pretty much does. Nothing like a good old-fashioned GJ sale, right? So you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. But so we've broken down out of a triangle formation here on GBP JPY. And I think this is significant for a lot of reasons. But, you know, if we look at CAD yen below the 200 SMA, closed down there, I mean, huge breakdown, right? So not that, you know, you can just put a good old-fashioned trend line there, depending on how you wanted to do it. But I think this is pretty on point from the bottom of that channel. And CAD yen was holding up really well. And so really it's kind of like pick your poison on which one of these yen pairs. This is kind of more of a channel that we've broken down out of, but which one that you would want to potentially short, right? So now, does that mean we're going to just go straight down from here? I don't think so. But if we look at US dollar JPY out of all of these, man, this has really seen quite a turnaround, right? So it looks very similar to the 4-hour chart. And I've been talking about this for a while on the US 10-year, or at least not for a while, but the past week I called this out there, and it really came out because we broke down out of this neckline. So, you know, the question is, how are we going to play this? So establishing our bias that potentially the dollar's turned around. Here is the DXY. We've broken down out of this channel here. Channel support has gone. So now the euro is one of the biggest. It is actually the biggest part of the dollar index. So that sets us up in a really strong way for a potential breakout situation on Euro USD, right? So I don't know about you, but I see an inverted head and shoulder pattern right here, right? It's trying to form. It looks like it. Maybe, you know, this would be the head, and we'd have another shoulder over here, but this looks very doable. So we can take a look at the pound, right? The pound closed above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. So, you know, we are looking pretty bullish here on, or let me rephrase that, bearish against the dollar. So now the big part, if we take a look at NZD-USD, for example, this is the hourly time frame. Where can we put ourselves in AU? I entered out of this. I actually exited, you know, with like 20 pips in negative here after I sent this signal out there. But then we got a huge bounce, right? We got a big bounce up, and we closed the week. I know a lot of people, there's some people in the VIP group that still took this trade, and you know, we're well above the envelope. If we go to the 4-hour, look at this, look at that retest, the order block there. I was thinking it would have been just a little bit higher, but this is prepping us up for a pretty big move higher. So what I'm looking for is potential opportunities for dollar weakness. Does that mean a rally in equities? Maybe. Let's hope so. Let's hope the economy starts to turn around a little bit. I don't know if that's going to happen. In fact, I'm pretty doubtful. But, you know, this could be at least a temporary pullback against the dollar. I did a video on gold. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. So this could create a pretty interesting scenario for some of these crosses too, right? So maybe now is when we see Euro Aussie rally back a little bit, or maybe a really good one to see is dollar CAD could continue its drop, right? So we've breaking this support right here. And this is really gearing up, especially in terms of a momentum cross on the hourly for quite a move lower if this pans out. We can look at it on the 4-hour here. We've just now crossed, right? So, man, not looking good for the dollar, at least in the short term. Now, of course, I'm sure the Fed's gonna, this is all about the Fed. You know, if you want to start learning about anything with trading in the markets, start learning about the Federal Reserve and how interest rates are really affecting things going on, and also obviously inflation, right? You pretty much have to learn about it now because you're getting a hard education anyway. So it's going to be a big week. We have NFP this week as well. NFP has been kind of a dud lately, but still going to be looking to trade that going into we're going to be trading it live in the accelerator group. So we've got some interesting, you know, if euro perks up and the pound potentially, we'll see. But I do like the euro USD, and also this turnaround on dollar Swiss is pretty nasty, right? So we've broken out of huge trend line right there, and that would have us targeting 9,300, around 93.20. So some huge opportunities this week. Let's have an awesome week. If you want to trade live with us, if you want mentorship one-on-one, and you want to really get that support, that help you need, so you can get funded, so you can get actual capital to trade with, so you can get a strategy that works, that risk management plan that you can follow, and then also get surrounded by some other traders so you can get your psychology dialed in, and you can start to actually make some progress doing this instead of doing a loop, instead of doing a circle in the rinse, wash, repeat cycle, I like to call it. You get rinsed off by the market. You're like, oh my God, I'm never going to let that happen again. And then you wash yourself off. You're like, okay, let's pull it together, man. Let's pull it together. And then you repeat the cycle. Then you blow an account, or, you know, you put deposits of money, or you take another challenge and you lose it. And been doing that for years. So if that's you, it's okay. That's pretty much standard for most traders. But if you keep trying to do that, that's a problem. So if you want to change that, click the link below. Let's make it happen for you, and let's have an awesome week, everybody. Peace.